When Mama Chika's pot of jollof caught fire that night, the whole compound knew her stinginess had finally met its match. Mama Chika was the kind of woman who locked her pot before she slept. Not just her front door, her pot. She'd say, "People's eyes are dangerous," and twist a padlock right on the lid. Every aroma that escaped her kitchen felt like an insult. She lived in a two-story compound in the middle of Abuja, busy, loud, and full of tenants who shared everything: gas, onions, gossip, heartbreak. Everyone except Mama Chika. If she cooked in secret. If she bought something, she hid it like treasure. Even her laughter was stingy, sharp and short, like she didn't want to waste any joy. One Saturday morning, as the sun hit the dusty balcony, her next-door neighbor, Amaka, knocked gently on her door. "Good morning, Mama Chika. Please, can I borrow small salt? I'm cooking and—" Before she could finish, the door creaked open just enough for one suspicious eye to appear. "Borrow salt? Ah, Amaka. You young girls of today don't plan ahead. Must you always borrow? Do I look like ShopRite? Mama Chika, it's just salt. Salt today, Maggie tomorrow, rice next week. I'm not your supplier. Biko, manage without it." One night while her pot was locked and she was at sleep, she never knew her gas was still on. And before the next day, her jollof rice was totally burnt to black. From that day, Mama Chika changed. If she cooked, she shared. If someone knocked, she opened. At first, the compound didn't believe it. "Mama Chika? Share?" they laughed. "Lie." But one Sunday morning, the smell of fried plantain floated again. Children stopped playing, adults paused their laundry. Everyone looked toward her kitchen. Then, something unexpected. "Neighbor O, who wants small dodo and stew?" The shout came from Mama Chika's window. The whole compound went quiet. Then a little boy, Chinedu, ran first. "Me, Ma, I want." She laughed, a genuine, wide belly laugh, and handed him a plate. Soon the others followed. The tailor, the student, even Amaka. And for the first time in years, her flat was full of voices, laughing, eating, teasing. Later that evening, after the plates were washed and the compound had settled into its soft nighttime hum, Mama Chika sat on her balcony beside Amaka. The sky was a dull orange, and the air smelled of rain and fried oil. "Amaka," she said softly, "I didn't know how lonely I'd made myself. I thought locking my pot would keep me safe, but it only kept me hungry." Amaka smiled, handing her a cup of zobo. "Sometimes hunger isn't for food, Mama. Sometimes it's for people." Mama Chika nodded slowly, staring out at the compound, now filled with faint laughter and light. "You're right, my daughter. I used to cook to prove I had, but now I cook to share what I have. It feels lighter." Amaka grinned. "That's how it should be." A week later, the compound faced another power outage. But this time, it wasn't a night of complaints. It was a feast. Mama Chika wheeled her gas cylinder outside, set up her big pot right in the middle of the courtyard, and started cooking jollof. "Everybody bring something," she shouted. Someone brought onions, another brought pepper. One girl ran to buy ice for drinks. Children gathered around with plates. The smell spread again, only now it carried joy. As she stirred the pot, sweat running down her face, Mama Chika looked around and smiled. She saw Amaka laughing with the tailor. She saw neighbors who barely spoke before now, sharing spoons and stories. And in that moment, she whispered to herself, "Let them eat. Let them all eat." When the food was ready, Mama Chika dished it herself. No padlock, no secrets, no suspicious glances. Just love and pepper. As everyone ate, she said loudly, "You people have changed me, oh. But I thank God, because what is food without people to enjoy it with?" Amaka raised her cup of zobo. "To open pots and open hearts." The compound echoed the toast, laughter spilling into the night air. Much later, when the plates were empty and only the moonlight remained, Mama Chika went back inside. She cleaned her pot carefully, the same one that once guarded her greed, and set it on the stove. But this time she didn't lock it. She just smiled and whispered, "Let it stay open." Because finally she understood. A closed pot keeps food warm, but an open one keeps hearts warmer.